All right. Now we are live. I think so. Well, let me first check. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever in the world you are joining me from. I am using a whole new Sabatorium this morning. I'm not sure I am solid yet, but let me double check quickly to be sure we are live. If you can hear me and you can see me all good, can you please give me some love on the chat right now? All right, give me some love. Give me some love. Okay, great. I think we are live. All right, I want to appreciate and thank every one of you for joining in. The first thing you want to do on this broadcast, please, you want to help me out by sharing this link with your friends. You want to help me out by giving me some love on the chat app. Now this is an interactive broadcast, so you can chat with me even as I am live right now. Please post your comments, your likes on the comment box. I believe, even though I'm simultaneously live in about 5 or 6 different platforms right now, I believe wherever you are watching this, you can actually post a comment and I'll be able to see it live. All right, let's do that just to be sure that we are live right here. Okay, yes, I see. Dimba Gunaya is evening. Okay, you can see me right there. Thank you so much. Again, I am so blessed and happy and excited, even more than usual, to come at you from Omaha, Nebraska, where I'm hibernating from Corona right now. And I just wanted to share something profound, something that is amazing, something that I believe I can transform the life of every one of us who are going to be on this stream today. And of course, I also have with me some of my leaders at the Sabbath Embassy of Christ joining me live here. I see Matt there, but I think he's still struggling with making himself all visible. But I'm here. And I hope you are staying safe. You are listening to your government. You are practicing social distancing. This corona thing is not something we want to play with. Okay, you want to stay safe. You want to caution, to err on the side of being overcautious. There's nothing like this is just a flu. You want to protect yourself. But today, I wanted to come at you at a special program to the glory of God. Our all online church, the Sabbath Embassy of Christ, was officially inaugurated this past Sunday. And as we said, our church is all online. We are all on the internet. We are not anywhere else. We don't have a physical building. We don't plan to ever have one because we believe over 3 billion souls are online every day, day and night. And they need a church that is dedicated specifically to take care of all their needs, whether it is worship, whether it is fellowship, whether it is discipleship, whether it is counseling, whether it's whatever it is on the internet. And that's what we have been sent to do. But I wanted also, we have a special program that we are planning to begin from April 22nd. That's about 2 weeks from now. It's a spiritual, personal, and spiritual transformation program to answer the questions every one of us have been thinking about. You know, since this corona thing started, you know, we have been receiving all sorts of videos, people telling us the Antichrist is about to come. In fact, the rapture is going to happen tomorrow morning. And 5G, the mark of the beast and all that. But in the midst of sharing all of that, okay, it exposes the hysteria that the world has found itself right now. Because behind all of that panic and all of that sharing, cautioning and all of that stuff is the unspoken thing that the world, many people in the world are starting to think about end times. They're starting to think about their life on earth. They're starting to think about what will happen to them when they pass on. And many people are beginning to think, it's my time on earth that I've been spending. Have I spent it wisely? What if this is my time? What if all of us will survive this coronavirus thing in the mighty name of Jesus? That's a special prayer for everybody, but we know people die every day. But more importantly, whether it is the end time or no end times or whatever it is, this is a good time for every one of us to ask the ultimate question. Why on earth am I here? Why am I in this world? What am I doing here? Because I think everybody, regardless of your spiritual orientation, whether you're Christian or whether you're Muslim or whether you are believer or unbeliever or whatever it is we call ourselves, many of us know or have the sneaky suspicion that there's an intelligent being that put us on this earth, that we were all put on earth by a creator. Whichever way you choose to see that creator is not my argument this morning, but you agree that this world is too organized. This world is too designed for it to have come into being by accident. Even those who don't believe in a God, they know something must be responsible for this world. Is too organized. Day follows night. Okay, you born and you die. Okay, there's winter, there is summer, there is fall, there is autumn, following in quick succession regularly every year. The way the universe is created, the way our body functions, we are basically a computer. If you really want to look at it, a computer that is flesh and blood, because we are automated. Something must be responsible for that, unless you are deceiving yourself in your heart of hearts. You know that there must be an intelligent being behind your creation. That's why they say a fool says in his heart there is no God. There has to be a God for this world because it is too organized. So having said that, the question then becomes important. Why are you here? Why are you in this world? You are not just here to just do whatever you wanted. Obviously, the creator, as Dr. Miles would say, only the creator of a thing can tell anybody what that thing is about. Only the creator of a thing really know the purpose of that thing. Anybody else trying to think and trying to decide what it is, they are only guessing. The creator of this phone is the one that can fully tell you why he created that phone. Same way with us. So the question then is, why are we here? We need to find out from our creator, why are we here on earth? And that is why I believe that this is a great time that every one of us is shutting a time of anxiety, a time of spiritual introspection, as everybody is forced to stay home and reconsider their lives. Crime has gone down. People are home every day thinking and being forced to think some of the stuff that they have not been thinking before. I see some of my directors are coming in here. I see Pastor Alex. I just showed his face here. Alex, you are welcome. I'm going to be telling you more about Pastor Alex later in this broadcast. He's a very key component onto what we are about to embark on. Alex, thank you so much for coming in.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
All right. So what we are doing here is that, so we have this program that we've been thinking about that we believe will be a blessing to everybody all over the world, whether you're a member of the Cyber Embassy of Christ or not. This is not about church growth. This is about spiritual growth. This is about personal development growth. This is about you answering the ultimate question, why am I here? So we're coming up with a program called 40 Days of Purpose Challenge, where all of us all over the world who choose to be part of this can take the next 40 days answering the ultimate question, why on earth am I here? So I'll quickly explain what this is about. What exactly is the 40 Days of Purpose campaign or challenge, as I like to call it? I like to call it 40 Days of Purpose Challenge, even though the original guy that started the offline version of this, Rick Warren, called it campaign. Many of us in the world, we already know who Rick Warren is. That's the brain and the person God used to give us what we call the purpose-driven church. And this is a program that has been done live in physical churches all over the world. Hundreds of thousands of churches have done this in the last 15 to 17 years that it started. We've done it in my physical church a couple of times. But now we are thinking about doing the internet version of it. Since everybody is home, everybody is practically on the internet, on their phone or computer now. And I was asking my leaders, why can't we have a 40 Days of Purpose challenge that is all internet-based? After all, the Cyber Embassy of Christ is all 100% internet church. And we're a full-fledged church, not just a church that preaches on Sunday. We're a full-fledged church as we shared on Sunday. So we came up with this 40 Days of Purpose Challenge, the internet version. And your question, obviously, if you have never heard of this, is what exactly is it? I'm going to take a few minutes to explain that. Then I'll bring in my team to discuss it a little bit. The 40 Days of Purpose Challenge is an exciting spiritual growth for igniting and empowering a genuine spiritual growth in individuals and groups. It helps us It's a challenge that gets the whole church, the whole people, individuals and groups. And you don't have to belong to our church. You can do so in your church. It don't matter. This is not about church. This is about personal growth. For us to answer the most basic question of life. What on earth am I here for? Over a 6-week period. I feel rather than wasting the pain that we have all been forced to endure by Corona, why can't we use it to grow spiritually? Why can't we use it to answer the ultimate question? Why are we here? Because there's a reason we are here. If an intelligent being created us, obviously there must be a reason why he created us. And I think this time of Corona enforced isolation is a great time for everybody to go through that exercise. And that's why I'm so excited to share this with you. The entire campaign revolves around the principles in the book, The Purpose-Driven Life. And I'm going to be sharing a lot more about that in the coming days. This is a book written by Rick Warren. The man who also gave us The Purpose-Driven Church. It was a life transformation book. Regardless of what the man is doing now, what he's involved with, I don't even want to hear. That book was God-inspired because it transformed my life. And I did this 15 years ago. Nobody who has ever gone through that exercise is ever the same. And that is why I'm so excited about it. So the campaign revolves around the Purpose-Driven Life book, and it involves a daily personal reading of a chapter in the book with participants memorizing key verses weekly as they begin to unpack the purpose of their creator for them. So it's a very simple exercise, and I'm going to be explaining how all of us can take part in it. Everybody will get access to a free book, The Purpose-Driven Life. We have discussed with the writers of the book. We've gotten permission to be able to give free access, digital access to everybody who wants. They're going to get an access to that the day before we launch it officially. And every one of us will go through the exercise that I'm going to be explaining. Now, the challenge gives us opportunities to not only learn about God's 5 purposes for our lives, but to commit to new practices that will help us to live out those purposes from day to day. Those of you know me, I made a promise when we were officially inaugurated that our church is going to focus more on the practical realities for a Christian. I'm not about you just waiting to go to heaven to go and enjoy with Jesus for all eternity. There's a reason we're here. We want to be practical. Why are you here? What is your purpose here? And this campaign will help us to answer that. So the campaign encompasses a weekly, apart from the daily reading that every one of us will be required to do, those of us who are really interested in knowing why God created them, you read a chapter every day. It takes maybe 10 minutes or less to read a chapter in that book. Then every week, we gather together for a weekly group discussion in small groups, not just as a church. We are going to be forming small groups of 10 to 20 people. And I'm going to be telling you how to join that in a minute, where you can sign up for a group and ultimately or be a leader of a group yourself, so that you can have 10 or 20 people that are part of your group. And then we discuss it, the chapters for the week. Okay, what we have learned for that week, we discuss it in a video chat, on Zoom, on a Facebook group, or go to a meeting, whatever is convenient for the group leaders. Remember, all of this is going to happen online. The first time ever that the Purpose-Driven Life challenge will be done on the internet. And we are trusting God that with you participating, this is going to be a tremendous era of social spiritual uplifting for every one of us. So every week we have a weekly group discussion in small groups scattered all over the world, on the internet, on Zoom, Skype, go to meeting, all that. And then on Sunday, we have a weekly Sunday celebration of our purposes on earth with matching sermons for a 6-week period. So for 6 weeks, every week, the sermon that we're going to preach on that Sunday will reflect what we have learned about our purpose for the week. So it's a 3-level thing. The individuals, you got to read a chapter yourself in your privacy of your house or online with access to the book. For those of us who we are going to give online access. If you can buy the physical book or you have it, even better, we're going to give you a link to go buy that if you want it. But you're going to get access to a free copy online. In addition to that, you also will participate in a group discussion once a week with your small group leader, where you guys will exchange ideas to reinforce what you learned. And on Sunday, we all have one big service to celebrate that purpose. Nothing brings glory to God more than having his people fulfill his purposes here on earth. The goal is not simply to take people through the challenge, but to guide ourselves towards kingdom lifestyle. That is what the Cyber Embassy of Christ is all about. We are all about living the kingdom lifestyle right here on earth. Nobody's going to walk in heaven. So we focus a lot more about the kingdom of God right here on earth. Jesus brought it. That is the kingdom that Jesus himself preached about how to operate in the kingdom. And our church is focused heavily on that. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your strength. Love your neighbor as yourself. Then go teach them all the stuff Jesus Christ has taught, and then teach them. See, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Holy Spirit, and then teaching them everything Jesus taught. So it's about experiencing the kingdom of heaven on earth, even before we go into permanent enjoyment in heaven. So the question is, why are we really doing this? I've explained a bit part of it, but I want to make sure. Okay, I'm seeing some questions, so let me put that up. All right, I'm seeing several people join us from all over the world. Linda, thank you for joining us from Ibadan. We see you. Joining from Lagos, Egbenga Aduraliri. Oh, I love that last name. All right, and then Tokpe joins Temitope Afolabi, joining from Lagos. Samuel Adu, okay, Samuel Adu from Lagos. We have Okparapa Charles. All right, we see so many people. Douglas from Kenya and Alex McDonald from USA. Thank you all so much for joining in. Today we are discussing about these 40 days of purpose challenge that the Cyber Embassy of Christ is putting together, an internet-based spiritual growth program. It's called 40 Days of Purpose Challenge. So why are we doing it? Let me quickly give you some of the benefits or reasons why we feel this is important, in addition to what I've already given. All right, we believe that the 40 Days of Purpose Challenge will lead us through God's word and help us to find and sharpen our purpose in life. It's a tragedy that many people go through life without even knowing what their purpose on earth is. And this corona-induced isolation gives all of us a great opportunity to be able to go through that. That's one of the reasons we are doing this. It will help all members who participate. Now I'm talking about all the people who participate in the 40 Days of Purpose Challenge. Again, you don't have to be an official member of the Cyber Embassy of Christ online church to do this. It's our church just organizing it, but it is open for everybody globally who is interested in answering that all-important question, why are we here? So we believe that doing this also will help everybody to find a small group where our faith will be strengthened and where we will discover awesome Christian community. One of the big parts of our church is that we believe Christian fellowship should be done on the internet too. Yeah, we have house fellowship, but now you can't go to nobody's house to do fellowship. Why can't we do it online? Many of us are involved in different Facebook groups, WhatsApp groups. Why can't we have a Christian community-based groups where you can have an awesome relationship with other Christians, of course, for this 40 Days of Purpose program? But after it's over, each group can decide they want to continue in whatever way they want it. The idea is to encourage people to join small Christian-based fellowship groups on the internet for this 6-week period. And after that, you can continue to have fun in that group as it pleases members. Again, you don't have to be a member of the Cyber Embassy to form a group or to even belong to a group. We're going to tell you how to do that. And after the 40 Days of Purpose is over, you can do whatever you want with that group. We also believe that it will help us transform the spiritual life of members, okay, of the church, and position us to disciple our neighbors, city, and nation for God. So even if you have a church, even if you're a pastor right now, you can encourage your members to form small groups to be part of this campaign. At least that helps you to get so many groups started even in your own church, so that after the 40 Days of Purpose campaign, you can actually continue to use those groups to be a fellowship community for your church. For me, it is all about advancing the kingdom of God on earth. It is not about individual churches. So we believe it will help us to transform spiritual life of our members, and anybody who wants to be spiritually transformed by participating in this program. Also, our fourth reason for doing this is we believe it will provide an opportunity to help many people reconcile themselves to God and find a church home for those who don't have a church now. I want to be clear. Our goal is not to try to get members of other churches to come and become members of Cyber Embassy. I've always preached against that, even in my physical church. Christians should not just be swapping members among themselves. That's not what Jesus sent us. Jesus sent us as a church, one body, to go out there and get people to reconcile themselves to God. So that is what we are about. And of course, those who don't have a church home, either they are Christians, but they don't belong to any church, they don't have any church commitment, we are hoping that at the end of this exercise, they will be able to find a church home with us where we can continue to be a blessing to them. But more importantly, this is about people reconciling themselves to God over the next 6 weeks, so that when they are passing out those G5 or those mark of Antichrist in all over the place, you are not panicking, because you will know your God. You will have already sorted out your eternity anyway. So even if God says this is the time, you are no longer anxious or afraid of what will happen. I believe many people panicking right now is because they know their eternity is not sorted. They are not sure what will happen to them when they die. So these 40 days of purpose challenge gives you opportunity to sort that out. And that's why I'm especially excited to be doing this. So how do you register for this 40 days of purpose challenge? If you want to participate in it, even though we are still beefing up some of the structure to make this happen, but right now you can actually join by going to 40dop.thecyberembassy.org. You can sign up. Remember, this is going to be an all online campaign. And many of us have the time now because we are home. We hope Corona will be over soon so that everybody can go back to normal life. But even then, even if it happens before we are done, you can still follow us. You can register. You go to 40dop.thecyberembassy.org. You give us your information there, and we will send you an update and also the materials. When the time is close, about a day to the kickoff, we will send you all the materials that you need to participate, which will include the Purpose-Driven Life book and possibly the workbook that you can use to make notes as you progress over the 6-week period. Believe me, this is going to be one of the most spiritually exciting experiences that you have had personally, because this is a personal program of spiritual transformation. So go to 40dop.thecyberembassy.org. As soon as you register, it is free, by the way. Everything concerning this program is free. You will be redirected to another page to join the Facebook group that we have created for everybody who wants to be part of this, because we want to create a community of people who are sharing together. And from that main Facebook group, once we start forming small groups, you will also be given an opportunity to join a small group of your choice, or to even form a small group that you want to host, because we are going to need lots of people to host small groups for us during this campaign. So the obviously next question you might ask is, why 40 days? I always teach my members, both in my physical church and even in this all-internet cyber embassy, that we are not just going to be people who are religious, who just quote religious passages that we have not thought about. When somebody says something, you want to ask why. What is the biblical basis for this? Why are we doing this? Why not 21 days? Why not 17 days? Why not 10 days? Why did we pick 40 days of purpose challenge? Trust me, it is not a religious exercise, and it is not random. It is because we believe, and of course, quoting from Rick Warren himself in the intro to the book that we're all going to be using as what I call the textbook for this campaign, he actually gave us an intro where it says the Bible, he has a quote there, that the Bible shows that God considers 40 days to be a spiritually significant period. And we notice that several places in the Bible, when God wanted to change somebody's perspective and prepare them for his own specific purpose, he often took 40 days to do that. We saw so many instances in the Bible for us to consider that this is a significant number of days where God is concerned. That's why we pick 40 days. And that is why the book itself is divided into 40 chapters. That's why you're going to have one chapter to read every day. So it is all pretty organized to help you to maximize the experience. So 40 days is a very significant thing as far as God is concerned. For instance, we know that Noah's life was transformed by 40 days of rain. We know that Moses' life was transformed by 40 days on Mount Sinai. We know that the spies were transformed by 40 days of spying in the promised land. We know David's life was transformed when Goliath raged against the people of Israel for 40 days. It spewed out David, who came out and became a champion by challenging a Goliath on the 40th day of his reign. The entire city of Nineveh was transformed when God gave it 40 days to change or be destroyed, and they all went into a special spiritual fasting, including fasting with their animals, so that they can avoid destruction. We also know that Elijah was transformed when God fed him the first Holy Communion. We saw it when God gave him food from heaven, and that food lasted him for 40 days. So 40 days is pretty significant. We also see it with Jesus. Jesus was empowered for public ministry of miracles by a 40-day experience in the wilderness. So 40 days is not a random number where God is concerned. There's some kind of spiritual significance that go with it. That's why one of the biggest, in fact, the biggest pastor in Africa, Pastor Adeboye, for instance, the legend has it, and I know it's true, that every time before he does the big Holy Ghost conference, he does every February, he goes into 40 days of fasting. I even hear that fasting without drinking or eating, I don't know how the man does it. It's because they know that this is such a significant time as far as God is concerned. The disciples themselves were transformed when Jesus spent 40 days with them after his resurrection. So that is why 40 days is a very important part, and that's why this 40 days of purpose was chosen. But that's why we chose 40 days, because we want people to be spiritually transformed over a 40-day period, beginning from April 22nd. That is in barely 2 weeks from now. We are ramping up. There's a lot of preparation to go into this. Typically, to do a 40 days of purpose campaign is a 5-month planning for physical churches. But thank God for the internet. All of the preparation that is required, we can do in under a month. And we've been working on this. We've been praying. We've set up a team a while back who are already working on how to make this the best experience for you. Now I'm introducing it so that many of us can start to get ready for this period of spiritual growth. So what's the timeline? The 40 Days of Purpose Challenge will run for 6 weeks from April 22nd to May 30th. So it's going to be starting in about 14 days from now. During the 40 Days of Purpose Challenge, TCE members, as well as people from all over the world who want to be part of this, will embark on a journey of discovery and answer the life's most fundamental question. What on earth am I here for? That's a question that no doubt has crossed your mind at some point. And we want to use this period of self-isolation to actually benefit ourselves spiritually. Remember, I'm a big teacher on blessings of adversity. When an adversity comes your way, there's a great opportunity waiting in it, because our God is good. So, and he knows his plans for us are plans of good, not of evil, to bring us to an expected end. So that when evil happens, God already went ahead of us to plan the good at the end of it. I believe for many of us, for you listening right now, one of the good that you can take away from the corona disaster is that you spend 40 days for spiritual growth that will stay with you for the rest of your life. That is why you want to participate with us on this. Whether you even believe in the idea of Cyber Embassy of Christ as a 100% internet church or not, it doesn't matter. This is about you growing spiritually for yourself so that you can influence your environment. The need. So we are going to talk before I'm going to bring in my guy, Pastor Alex, who incidentally for a program like this, it is very important for us to have a campaign coordinator, somebody, because it's a very, very expansive thing. Even when I've done this in my offline church, when I was still pastoring a physical church, is a back-breaking work that requires a big team. And then the big team is supervised by a campaign director, because there are different moving parts of this, as we are going to continue to share in this broadcast. And we have somebody like that God has sent. He's somebody, when we first started the all-internet church, and I posted on Facebook. I've never met him before. I don't know him before. God sent him to us, and he has been one of the most excellent directors that the Lord has sent us to bring this vision of the internet. He's a very, very aggressive young man who can make things happen. I always tease him that he's going after me. Let him take the good parts of me and leave the bad parts. He's more patient. He's much more welcoming. I'm not a very patient guy. I've said it before that pastoring is not my thing. God will help me. Let me just demo this Cyber Embassy of Christ for all nations for about a year. Let God give me the grace. After that, we're going to then get somebody who has the presence of mind, the coolness, the pastoral anointing to be able to take this to another level. But for now, God has sent us this young man who is going to be the campaign director for the Cyber Embassy of Christ 40 Days of Purpose Challenge. Let me bring him on here. Welcome, Pastor Alex. The Lord bless you really good. I want to appreciate you for being here. How excited are you about the 40 Days of Purpose campaign that we're about to get into?
I am very, very excited for this. And I want to thank everyone for tuning into this video and watching the on-demand video too. This is going to be something that is very, very exciting, expansive. And some of the things that I've been thinking about is I've read this book before, the Purpose Driven Life book. And yes, I've read it before, but I've never been in the situation that I'm in today, where my entire community is quarantined and a lot of people are spreading rumors and unsure about what's going on. And we need to be clear about what our purpose is. And so this book's going to touch us in a whole new way. And we need community more than ever. So we're going to be able to gather together as a community in a new way. And there couldn't be a greater time for a challenge. The world needs a challenge. And so for us to take on this 40 days of transformation challenge just excites me so much. And the team that we've assembled, that you and I and the rest of the leadership team have gathered together, I believe it's going to be very, very much a blessing to many people. And I'm looking very much forward to it.
All right. Good to hear that. I'm glad that you are excited. I'm very excited, particularly since this is our very first major program as a church. We had the inauguration of the church on Sunday. For those of you who might not be aware of that, it was a glorious time and we are so blessed. We've been around since December, really, of 2019, when many people thought that we were heretics and they called us names, saying that how can you say you want to do church online? Now everybody is doing church online. We don't have a choice now. And we want to keep taking the game to another level. We believe that internet church should not just be you coming to preach on Sunday and then nothing happens Monday to Saturday. And we believe that people should use the opportunity of the internet to actually grow themselves spiritually and to grow. So we're going to talk, as a matter of fact, Alex is going to be interviewing me on Friday. Is that when you have your interview?
Yes, right? Sir, Friday.
On what this is all about. And then we are going to be using that opportunity to explain more. Even on Thursday for our Bible study mastermind, we want to encourage you guys to tune in with us, because the discussion on that day is also going to center on why are we here and the need for this 40 days campaign. Thank you so much, Alex. I know I'm going to be stressing you a lot over the next few days, but I know you're up to it. You have proved to me that you're up to it. Thank you so much. All right, guys, that's it. So that is what this is all about. And it is important for every one of us, and I'll bring Alex back later as we discuss that, for everybody to join a group. See, because this is not just, the accountability part is so critical. You are reading a book by yourself, but if you are also discussing the terms of those books in a small group each week, it helps you to internalize better. It helps you to know and understand better, because you can ask questions of your group. You can ask people from your group things that are not clear to you. So the key and one of the most exciting parts of this campaign is the opportunity to gather in small groups that will meet online for the next 6 weeks and discuss this. But I'm going to be sharing more about that tomorrow. As far as for today, I don't want this broadcast to be too long. I just wanted to introduce the program to the whole world, that this is something that we believe will be a tremendous blessing to every one of you. Those of you watching, you want to share this with your friends, that you believe this can be of tremendous help for. And I want you to go now to 40dop.thecyberembassy.org. We are going to update it later. If you're already registered, we will send you the free gifts that we're promising everybody for joining. Part of the gifts you will get will be free access to the Purpose Driven Life book, so that you can read on your own. It will include some free books from me as a special gift for you. During this 6 weeks campaign, lots of things are going to be happening. We're going to have a kickoff event. We're going to have a ministry fair. All of that I'm going to be explaining in the coming days. And we're also going to be giving away presents. For instance, every week we are going to have a testimonial video, have people to tape a video just using their phone on what they think about that week, the purpose for that week, what they understand about it, and do a 1 to 3 minutes video about it. Then when the campaign is over, we are going to give the best. We are going to give the person with the best video of each week a special prize that will include cash plus some gifts. So you want to be part of this. We want to make this as exciting as possible. Every week we will have a feedback on what we have learned for that week, and we will present a reward, sometimes in cash, sometimes in kind, for different things during the week. So you want to make sure you join at 40dop.thecyberembassy.org. And after you have joined, very important, you will be redirected to a page where you can sign up. Where you can join the Facebook group where we are putting everybody. Because in that group, we are going to give you a link to a membership site for free, where you can go over all the videos again, all the training again. And every week, we'll be handing out cash prizes plus gifts for participating in this program. So every Monday, there will always be what we call a roundup time, where we celebrate those who have commented, those who have participated in groups for the previous week, and we'll be handing out lots of cash. This is the kind of thing I believe in spending my money on these days, things that will help people to be transformed spiritually so that we can make the best of this corona-enforced self-isolation. So please go now to 40dop.thecyberembassy.org to go register. And after you register, be sure to join the Facebook group for all members. That's where everybody's going to be who is participating. And from there, of course, we will also give you information for those of you who want to lead a group. We need at least 200 group leaders to lead groups of 10 to 20 during this official campaign. And anybody can be a group leader. You don't have to be a Bible scholar. We're going to keep explaining how that is. I will talk more about joining the group and being a group leader tomorrow, same time. So you want to be sure you are watching this. But I do need you right now to go to 40dop.thecyberembassy.org and register to participate in this campaign. As we bring this broadcast to an end, let me bring in some of my colleagues that are here. I actually have several of them here in the studio with me at our Cybertorium. For those of you who may not understand, the Cyber Embassy Cybertorium is our own online auditorium. And I have with me, of course, Pastor Apostle Alex, and of course, my man from Turkey, okay, Matthew. How are you, Matthew?
I'm good, sir. We are doing great here.
All right, Matthew is actually in charge of the technical for this. He's the one that's going to be working with you as far as the websiting is concerned, to make sure you get your links to be able to participate and all those technical stuff. And how excited are you about this, Matthew? Are you ready?
Well, sir, I'm so excited, sir. So really excited.
It is show time for you. Now you can't run. Now you got to run. All right.
Yeah, of course, the gospel cannot be caged. We are in for it, sir.
All right. He's working on the special website for that. He's working on the different tools that we're going to be giving you to participate in this. And of course, Apostle Alex is right in the scheme of it. Alex, parting words before I shut down this live broadcast. Now, let me take some questions from people while you tell us a bit of your. I see right here. Let me take some questions. Okwara Charles, I've been waiting patiently for this. Finally, it has come. Glory be to God. We are looking forward to working with you. Go on, Alex.
Oh, I love his phrase. Matthew's phrase that he keeps using is the gospel cannot be caged.
Yes.
And I truly believe that. And so Mr. Charles has been looking for this, waiting for this. Well, we're looking for you, and you got to be a part of this challenge, all of you.
All right, guys, if you're out there watching us, give me some love here. I need to see some love sign. All right, and I need you to share this with your friends. The gospel cannot be caged. Okay, corona or no corona, right? I believe that this is the season for the kingdom to actually go online. The online has been there for a while, but we in Christendom, we have been ignoring it, and I believe this is one of the ways God is showing us that now we need to be active the corona has proved to us that the church, the building is not the church, right? It has proved, even though pastors will have argued it before, your church is not your building. Your church is the ability to reach people of Christ where we can gather together, wherever that may be, whether on the internet, on the moon, or wherever. And we look forward to making this a great occasion. I love that phrase. I want to put it up here. The gospel cannot be caged. The gospel cannot be coronized. No, we will dominate it, right? So here you are. So join. I think that should come on now. Oops. All right. Let me see. Oops. All right. It says it's limited to, let me eliminate one. One here. Right here. Okay. The gospel cannot be caged. All right. So join the 40 Days of Purpose campaign or challenge at 40 DOP. Join us. See, I'm typing this live as you are looking at me, guys. Join us live so that you know that this is really live. When we say live, our Sabbatorium is live. Okay? There you go. Let me change that. The gospel cannot be caged. Join us for the 40 Days of Purpose challenge. So I'm waiting for your comments before we bring this to an end. Your questions, if you have any from home, please type it now. Okay.
We got one here that I can show.
Okay, please go ahead.
How many people can join the challenge? Are there a maximum amount of numbers?
Actually, there is no amount of number. In fact, our target is for us to actually have, right now, I want 50,000 people for this one. I know you might say that's a tall order. We want 50,000 people to participate. Or do we go to 100,000, Alex? Do we go
Let's
for
go
100,000? 100,000. Hey, there you go.
We have the platform to accommodate it.
People in the planet.
Hey, there you go. What did you say?
And it's possible. We have over 3 billion people in the planet. It's possible.
There you go. 3 billion. So we can get 100,000 to participate. So there's no limit to the number. All you simply need to do is just sign up at 40dop.cyberembassy.org. I am also going to be promoting it with paid adverts to get people from all over the world. And if you have some little money you want to spend, those of you out there to help us with this. Our church doesn't take offering right now deliberately, but we need people to promote this. So you may want to spend some little advert money, promote it. That's your own evangelism. Get the link, get people to join. All right. So there's no limit. All right. We want, if we can get even 1 million, the better. But we are going to target 100,000. Okay. Next question. Right. I like this. Benga says, great work. We'll be glad to be part. Exactly. So you want to go to the registration page and let's register right away so that we can begin to share the link with others. Any other questions out there, Alex? I'm not seeing from my screen here, but you happen to see.
I don't see any questions yet. One question was, how can I become a group leader? I'm really excited about this.
All right, fantastic. If you can be a group, to be a group leader, actually you have to go to, first you have to join as a member, as a participant to be a group leader. And then if you want to add a group, you have to join we created a special leadership group on WhatsApp, because it is from there we're going to train the leaders. We're going to give them the tools they need, and we're going to teach them how to run their small groups, because you will be running your small groups during the 6 weeks, which basically involves you all watching a video together, then going through some question and answer session together. We will give you questions to use, and you can add your own. So you can join us at, I think, WhatsApp DOP. I'm going to put it out there. WhatsApp DOP.thecyberembassy.org. If you go to that link, it will take you automatically to the WhatsApp group. Okay, to be a group, we call them group hosts, online small group hosts. Small group host. Although in tomorrow's broadcast, I'll be talking more specifically on groups and how to join and how to be a leader. But since you asked today, I will give you to be. So you go to group host WhatsAppDOP.thecyberembassy.org. That will take you to our WhatsApp page, and then from there We will then give you more instructions. You are going to be able to discuss with Apostle Alex, myself, and the rest of the group leaders on this campaign, so that we can get you properly equipped to do a great job come April 22nd. We can't make this happen without the host, because a major emphasis of this program is the small group host. So we need you. So you can go to whatsappdop.thesabaembassy.org. That is for those who want to lead small groups. But for those who just want to join and be members, okay, where you can discuss, ask questions, you want to go to 40dop.thesabaembassy.org. That's it. I want to appreciate every one of you for coming on here and for being part of this great, I believe, spiritual growth program. I believe, regardless of your denominational, what I call orientation, you can actually benefit. You will benefit tremendously from being a participant in this 40 days of purpose challenge. All right. Thank you so much, Matt, for making it live. Thank you, Apostle Alex. I know you are working around the clock on this one, and we look forward to seeing you guys again tomorrow when I give another update concerning this. The Lord bless you really good. Stay safe and practice social distancing. The Lord bless you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.